How's it going, guys? Welcome back. As you remember on one of my previous videos, I wanted to go minimal for some of my rides, so that's why I did a little Bluetooth speaker on the top and my water bottle. So I was actually online looking for ways to stash tools in my bike itself. There's that one up EDC that goes right on the stem, and you can hide a little tool in there. There's also another one that goes in the crank. On the other side has a hole. You can stash tools in there as well. But all those things are pretty expensive. The one I really liked was the fork cork, the one that goes in here and kind of like plugs it up, and you can stash stuff inside that little hole itself. I actually like that idea so much that I'm gonna try to do my own fork cork for it. The product itself costs like 30 bucks or 35 bucks with shipping. I'm gonna see if I can make it for cheaper with some Lowe's or some Home Depot equipment. I actually went online and I found that there's some test pipe plugs. They're meant to plug up pipes so you want to test water pressure on. So I'm actually gonna flip the bike around and see what size the hole is. So hopefully I can find a plug for that size. I can't find my temp measure anywhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my digital caliper from Harbor Freight. Okay, so it looks like it's at 31.74, which is roughly about 1.25 inches. Okay, so now let's go to Home Depot or Lowe's and see if we can find an expandable plug that fits 1.25 inches. Okay, just made it to Lowe's. Hopefully we can find the plug here. Okay, so I found some things called test plugs. 1.5 inches is the smallest they have. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can shave this off 1/4 inch. This thing comes apart pretty cool. It's a bunch of pieces. So I think I'll be able to shave off a little bit of the O-ring if I have to, and a little bit of this to help it plug up. Okay, so I found 1.25 inch piping. As you can see, the little plug is too big for it, just by 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna see if I can shave off a little bit of the O-ring and a little bit of the bottom plastic to make it fit. As you can see, when you tighten this little wing nut, it squeezes it together like a little sandwich, and then expands the little O-ring in the middle and causes it to seal up. Okay, so we're back home now. As you can see, the cap is too big, but would have bought 2 of these. It would have worked out perfect. I could have just used the bottom cap for both sides. As you can see, the bottom cap works perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim the top one down to about the same size as this one. So probably shave off all the letters, and then shave down this O-ring just enough to where it fits, and then I can get stuff in there. So let's go ahead and start doing that. See how it goes. Okay, here we go. So I have my old dremel tool. I'm gonna start shaving some of the little edges off. See how it goes. Okay, so I figured out a way to do it a little bit better. I set this down on the floor, turned it on, and I just used it as a little grinding wheel. See, it's working out pretty good. So I'm going to continue doing this and then get back to you when I shaved off the cap. Okay, so I just finished shaving off the cap. And as you can see, it's going to fit pretty good now. It sits nice and flush. So we're going to continue now to shaving off the little O-ring and the bottom. The cap is done. So I know it's not perfect, but we're going to paint it black and you're not even going to tell the imperfections. So put that aside. Now it's time. Actually, no. I'm actually going to use this as a holder. I actually changed my mind. I'm going to start shaving off the bottom cap first and then the O-ring, so that way I could just follow the line from the bottom cap. So on this one, I'm actually going to take my time and trim little by little until it fits snug. I don't want to trim too much and then it doesn't work. I actually shaved it off enough, I hope. Just one tip on grinding plastic: don't do it at the high setting. Do like a medium to low setting, and it doesn't burn the plastic. At the beginning I was at a high setting and it was burning it. It was all black. You can see it fits pretty snug in there. Once I get the O-ring in there, hopefully it expands and it holds nice and tight. This wing nut's a little ugly though. I might have to trim down the wing nut and maybe a little bit of the screw. Okay, so here's the part that's either going to make it or break it. I have to shave off this little O-ring to be almost the exact same size as the little red bottom bracket. See, now you can see how much I need to shave off. I need to shave off about 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So here we go. So the thing about this, I can't tighten it down all the way because then this is going to expand all the way. So I want to make sure that without tightening it, just enough that it's snug, that it's holding it together, I got to shave it off. So that way when I do tighten it down, this little O-ring has room to expand. Looks like I'm pretty close to the inner ring. So I'm going to go test fit it. Just a heads up, it does leave a lot of like little rubber dust everywhere. Just work in a well ventilated area because it does smoke a little bit. I had a little mouth mask on, so I'm gonna go ahead and slap it on the bike, see if it fits. Okay, so here we go. This is our first test fit with the little rubber O-ring. Let's see if it comes out pretty good. It actually fits pretty good. So it's in there, pretty damn snug. I tighten this down, and it's in there good. Like really good. Try to pull it out just by force, and that thing is not going to come out. Oh man, no, that's not coming out at all. So there you go. Quick little cork cap. I can either paint this black and it should look a little bit better. So I know I can fit a CO2 cartridge in the little hole. So I'm trying to figure out a way to put it in there and at the same time be able to pull it out. So I came up with the idea of getting a piece of yarn and doing a loop on it and then just looping it around that. And then that way I can put the sleeve over this and then be able to pull it out. Okay, so here's my little loop. I'm going to put that around the little thread. And then slide the little cover that it comes with. And then put this inside there. Okay, so here we go. Quick test. The CO2 inside. Fits actually really snug. Stuff it in there really good. Put the string in there. I was trying to get this to fit in here. It fit okay, but it didn't go all the way in. So if I can find a smaller one, that'll be perfect. If not, it's all good. I'll just carry this in the little strap I have. So now we just gotta plug it in. Takes a little finessing. Slides in there. It doesn't come off. So yeah, there you go. All good to go. It doesn't rattle or anything. I do want to trim these little wing nuts and maybe paint it all black so that way it doesn't stick out as much. So say I need a CO2 or whatever I need to stash in here. Open this up, pull it out. Got the string, tug on that, and here's my CO2 tank. And instead of having the wings going up, I can have the wings pointing down now. Let's see if it focuses. There it goes. So now the wings aren't sticking out anymore. It looks a little bit more flushed. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint it black and then slap it on there and see how it looks. Okay, let's do a quick little test. See if anything comes loose. Okay, looks like everything's pretty much on there. It's not going to go anywhere. Hopefully you liked the video, and if you want to do your own do-it-yourself for cork, this is probably the way to do it. Luckily it worked out and it works really good. Hopefully you like it. If you want to save yourself a couple bucks, some elbow grease, and you're good to go. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.